Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. Hearthstone Throne of the Tides miniset is coming on Wednesday, and they are now revealing cards faster than I can Theorycraft decks for them. I'm trying to catch up. Anyway, these are the upcoming new Rogue cards. So Rogue is getting a bit of a mixed bag. I mean, Shadow Shambler, 1 mana 1/3 elemental. Battlecry, your next Deathrattle minion costs 1 less but immediately dies when played. So the first thought is, of course, okay, so Mind Rogue, does this go into Mind Rogue? Does Mind Rogue really need a card like this? There might be some ways to make this work. Actually, it's a pretty intriguing card because there's potentially multiple ways to make it work. You could do a Deathrattle Rogue deck that is not a Mind Rogue, that would use something like Cultists, for example, so that you would actually summon some stuff with this. Also, I saw on Twitter that Jay Alexander had been theorycrafting a deck with Field Contact, a Mind Rogue deck with Field Contact that would also use this, because it's a 1 mana card, it has a battle cry, so then Field Contact would be your main card draw tool. So there's a few things that you can potentially do with that one. Then the next one is Jackpot, 2 mana. Add 2 random spells from other classes that cost 5 or more to your hand. And I had a look at, okay, what spells cost 5 or more? There are more than 40 of them. So yeah, Jackpot is super unreliable, giving you board clears, giving you cards that are totally useless because they need synergies. You just never know what you're going to get from that. I'm not sure if I would call that Jackpot, really. That seems a little bit of an awkward nomination. But yeah, I don't see how that can be used. I just don't see it. And then there's the Inkwell Ambusher. 2 mana 1/2 Naga, stealth, has +3 attack and immune while attacking. So a 4/2 that's immune when it attacks, obviously it will break stealth, so it's not going to just get back into stealth mysteriously. So yeah, then it can be removed pretty easily after that. It can go phase, it can deal some damage. It's pretty cheap. It's a Naga. Rogue doesn't currently have any Naga synergies, so there's no way to make really use of Nagas. But Inkwell Ambusher still, you should be able to slot it into multiple aggressive rogue decks, because rogue decks typically are pretty aggro, and then 4 damage to the dome is not to be underestimated. Also, it can clear out some taunts or something if needed, and let your other minions live longer, hit phase, so yeah, probably some uses for that. I tried to build some decks around these cards, except for Jackpot. Jackpot sucks, there's no deck that can be built around that, I hope. But thing is that Maestra and the Null package, it's just really, really strong. So I was trying to figure out, okay, can I build some kind of an aggro rogue? I had multiple drafts of an aggro rogue deck that were to use Inkwell Ambusher, and then I was thinking, okay, but can this beat the Nulls? And every time I came to the conclusion, it can't beat the Nulls. But I think you could use Inkwell Ambusher in a Thief Rogue deck. Thief Rogue lists have a couple of soft spots. For example, they're often using like Vanessa, or they're using the pirate that draws more pirates, or they're using stuff like Shadow Steps. Those are typically pretty low value cards in these lists. The worst cards, Swashbucklers, the 3 mana 3/3 that copies itself, those have already been cut from all the lists basically. But there's still some weak spots, and Inkwell Ambusher could fill in for those spots. It's a rogue card, it's a pretty aggressive card, it's also a stealth card, so it can deal damage even later in the game if the opponent can't remove stealth minions. Overall, I think it's probably going to fit into Thief Rogue. And it would fit into various aggro stealth style rogue decks if there were any. And then there's the Shadow Shambler. Probably the right way to use it is like Jay Alexander was tweeting, that you build a Mind Rogue deck with Field Contact as the card draw tool and then you use the Shambler in that one. But I tried to take a little bit of a different approach because I was a little bit intrigued about this mana curve. Shadow Shambler 1, into Forsaken Lieutenant on 2, into Snowfall Graveyard on 3, into Burning Blade Acolyte on 4, because Shadow Shambler makes Burning Blade Acolyte 1 cheaper, so it costs 4 mana, so theoretically you could get up to 4 5/8 demon spawns with Taunt by turn 4. That could happen, but it probably won't happen, so yeah, I'm not really sure how good of an idea that is. Also, would you run the Maestra and the Null package? Because if you put in Acolytes, those are neutral cards. I actually have 3 Deathrattle minions here, the Acolytes and Korak the Blood Rager. All of those 3 are neutral cards. They are not good with Maestra. But if you ditch the Maestra package, then what do you put instead? There's quite a lot of questions. And of course, the fundamental question of why would you play with some 5/8 taunt minions when you can just kill people and play with Mind Rogue? So yeah, I guess that's a bit of an issue. But be that as it may, Rogue is getting some cards. One of them looks totally useless. The other two look like there are multiple potential uses for them. They're maybe not definitive cards in their decks, but good support cards anyway. And these are some ideas on how those can be used. So yeah, that's Rogue. Plenty more classes to go. I'll try to make videos for them as soon as I can. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and check out my Twitch channel.